But it was honestly scary. I was in my 20s when I got first diagnosed, and it kind of caught all of my friends and family by surprise.
Because at first, I mean, somebody tells you need a transplant, I mean, it's knocks the wind out of your sails pretty hard.
I wasn't nervous about what could happen during surgery. I was more nervous about the post-op. Am I going to be in pain? Things like that. But still, I just kept it in my head that, this is the best option for my life. I'm coming out of this with a kidney, and that kind of just kept me going.
I went to ICC here in Peoria for diesel powered equipment technology. A buddy of mine that I met there, we talk on the phone maybe twice a year, and he's like, hey, what are you doing April 11th? I have no idea what day that is. And he's like, well, you're going to be at the hospital with me. And I'm like, confused, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I'm a match, and that's the day I pick, so I hope you're free. And I think he actually thought we lost connection because I had nothing to say. Nothing. Nothing would come out. It took 5 minutes for me to realize what had happened. About all I could get out is some measly little thanks, It was quite the unique experience, and I still don't know what to tell him. I've tried, and it won't come out. So, but I think he knows. I showed up at the hospital at 4 a.m. Very nervous. Everybody, waited, and next thing I know, I woke up in a recovery room, and overall, having to go through it, I would consider it a very good experience.
It was kind of like waking up, because it's such a gradual change from feeling good to feeling bad, that when there's a sudden change in how you feel, it's noticeable.
Life really hasn't changed much for me. I feel like I'm living the same life as I would have even after transplant. Nothing really changed except for taking the medicine every day. But once you make it a part of your routine, it's just basically everything is normal.
Your body wants to reject that kidney, so it's super, super important that you get your labs drawn, that you follow closely with your doctor, take your medications, and just monitor yourself. I mean, for me, taking those daily weights, blood pressures, etc. were important. And I had an issue probably a couple weeks after with my own new transplant where I started noticing that my weight was going up on the scale. And if I had not been compliant and taking those weights and blood pressures every day, I may not have noticed this, and that actually ended up being acute rejection. But because I caught it early, I was able to get into the hospital, get the intervention I needed, and my kidney's doing great since.
I thought that I knew more than the professionals taking care of me. I can skip on this medication, or faced with spending a couple $100s out of my paycheck to buy this medication, I didn't need it right away. And it was one of my anti-rejection medications, which, as it turns out, is very important in keeping the transplant healthy. Even like a milligram or two here and there that was off led to huge consequences. And that led to a little bit of rejection at first, and then it built slowly, and where the doctors couldn't save it. It was just inevitable that it was going to just be rejected and shut down. My mom took it personally because it was her kidney. She felt that she had failed me, which is the most, I think, ridiculously selfless thing anybody can feel, because she didn't do anything. It was entirely my fault. But she took it pretty hard. It was an issue of pride then, getting help. If I can't do this on my own, I'm supposed to be able to take care of myself at 27. Asking for help isn't the way you do that. It was entirely internal, and the screw-up was entirely on my shoulders. Asking for help isn't failure. It's saying, hey, I can't do this on my own. Failing is failure. Asking for help is making sure you don't fail. So it's another surgery, and then it was back on dialysis. It was just getting used to the idea that the life that I had lived before was going to change again. What I should have done was got hold of the transplant team And amazingly enough, at a major hospital, they have all kinds of resources that they can tap to get you what you need.
People watching this video, they'll know that kidney rejection medicine is very expensive. So they help me with that. They help me so I don't have to pay as much for my medicine. So that's helpful, because who wants to pay $1,000 for medicine? It's a lot of money. So they'll always make sure that's fine. And then if you need anything, even if you need to talk about anything, they're there for you. You can call them up. They'll help you with anything, any problems you need. They'll make sure it's straightened out for you. So
I got the help I needed before I was just out of luck. Just to keep this out of the dirt is essentially my big goal. Other than that, read more, be a better friend to the people who are still in my life. Just be there for them like they were for me, and to help out the people who I can. Whatever good vibes were sent my way, to pay that forward to somebody else.
I would like to tell the donor family that I'm very happy that you chose to donate your daughter's organs for me. I know that is a tough decision, losing a child, but you letting your child's organs go to help other people, I feel like that's great. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me and others like me. I won't let it go to waste.